Hey guys, and welcome back to another new Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and today I'm going to be ranking all of Animal Crossing's cats. Now I'm using the tier maker website to do this, and I found that someone had already made one for the cats of Animal Crossing, so I thought I've got to do this. Obviously, we know that Bob is my favorite cat, and I like a lot of the cats from Animal Crossing, a whole bunch. So I'm going to be ranking every single one. Now, before we do this, I want to preface this by saying, obviously, some of you guys will definitely disagree with some of my placements. I may put ones you like lower, I may put ones you don't like higher. You know, this is all subjective, this is just my personal list. I just wanted to say that before we begin. But it's going to be fun, and I'll give you guys my opinions on the different cats as we go through them. So shall we start off in order of how they appear on here? I think so. I think we'll do it like that. Okay, Tangy. Tangy is a very, very good character. I like Tangy a lot. She's cute. She's unique. She's got a fun gimmick. She's got that orange about her. She's literally an orange, and I like that. You know, I like that kind of thing with characters. So, it's tricky. I think I'm gonna put her in the A tier. I do really like Tangy. Tangy's definitely one of my favorites. And to be honest with you guys, you're probably going to see quite a few characters very high up on this because I love most of the cats. I'm just going to say that. Rudy. Okay, Rudy's a very forgettable character, I feel, which is quite sad, but he's not a bad character. He's definitely not a bad character. Rudy is a good character. I want to make that clear. I do like him, but just compared to the other cats, he doesn't really stand out. He doesn't really do much, so I'm gonna put him in the C tier, which I know might seem a little bit low, but I really do think he's honestly quite a forgettable character, and he's cool, but he's not quite as high up as some of these other ones. Mitzi. Mitzi is a character that I actually really like. Mitzi is one of my favorites back in the New Leaf days. Way back in the New Leaf days, 2013 maybe. She was one of my favorites back then. So she has a special place in my heart. These days, I'm just kind of on her. You know, I like her. And I definitely like her more than Rudy, so I think she belongs in the B tier. That's appropriate for me. Lolly. Lolly is definitely a character who is beloved by so many people. I really like Lolly. She's got a really cute design about her. I'm going to put her in the A tier. She's definitely a very good character. Stinky. Interesting. This is a tricky one for me because I definitely think Stinky has personality. Stinky has a personality about him that's really interesting. But at the same time, his design is just a bit off-putting, in my opinion. Especially his eyes. I think if he had normal eyes, I would have probably really liked him. I'm going to put him in the C tier, I think, because I don't know. Rudy's cuter for sure, but is Rudy a better character? Does Rudy have more personality? No, Stinky does have a lot of personality, so I think these two kind of balance each other out. Okay, Kid Cat. Kid Cat is one of my absolute favorites in the whole game. He's a really great character. He's a superhero. He's got personality. He's got it all. He belongs in the S tier. Rover. Rover, the character who introduces us into most Animal Crossing games. For New Horizons players, you probably won't even remember this guy, you know, you saw him on the Mayday tour, but for people who played the older games, Rover is a beloved character, S tier easily. Love Rover, he's one of the most iconic characters in the series. Olivia. Again, one that I kind of liked back in New Leaf. You see, I had an all-cat town, and she's one of the ones I had, so I definitely liked her a lot. She's definitely a good character, I will say that. But not one of my favorites. Interesting here though, I do think she's kind of better than these two. I think she has more character and more personality than these two. I think she belongs in the B tier with Mitzi. I think that's very fair. So, very even so far. Monique. I know she's kind of popular with some people. She seems to be really popular on Dream Islands. I seem to see her a lot, but I honestly don't like this character. I'm sorry guys, I think the other snooty cats are a lot better than she is. She belongs in the D tier for me. She's not awful, like she doesn't belong in E or F, but she's just meh for me. And sadly the same for Cat. Again, I know some people really like her design, but I don't really think many of the Uchi characters in this game are really that great. I gotta be honest with you guys, that's my honest opinion. I'm not a huge fan of Cat. I do think she belongs in the D tier. Anka, whatever you want to call her, incredible character, really cool design, a really sort of unique design. Obviously she's based on like Cleopatra, and it's amazing. She's a really great character. She belongs in the S tier. Absolutely one of my favorites of all time. Bob, need I even say anything about Bob? For those of you who don't know, which would surprise me, Bob is my absolute favorite character in Animal Crossing. I really love him. I've always loved him ever since I met him in my cat-only town. Of course, he belongs in the S tier, where he rightfully belongs. Felicity. Felicity is a really cute one. I gotta say, I do really like Felicity. I think she's definitely a cute character. She's got a cool design, and I don't feel like she's as appreciated as she could be, to be honest. I really don't think she is. There is a sort of kind of blandness about her, but I still really like her, and I think she's worthy of being in the... Tricky, this is really tough. I'm gonna say the A tier. I think that's fair for her. I do really like that character. Catie. Catie's absolutely adorable, but I don't think she's as iconic as Rover, and to be honest, she can be a little bit irritating at times. That being said, she's a special character, and I think all of the special cats are really great in their own way. She does belong in the A tier. Now for Blanca, again, one of the most iconic characters in the series, a king/queen. Blanca is an amazing character. Really love them. They belong in the S tier, definitely. Meow. Meow is a character that most people probably won't even know, but they're a character that was removed from the GameCube game. They have such a unique design, but they haven't really been seen in any other games aside from the Japanese GameCube game, so I can't really go on them too much, but I do think they have such a neat design. I personally put them in the A tier just because I think, look at that design, there's no other character with a design like that. Kiki, a really cute cat. Not one of my all-time favorites though. I will be honest about that. Kiki isn't one of my all-time favorites. I know a lot of people really love her. For me, I like her a lot, but she's not one of my all-time favorites. I'm gonna have to put her in the A tier. Tabby. I'm sorry, I hate to do it. I know some of you guys, I've gotten comments about this before, I know some of you guys really like Tabby. I know you do, but for me, because she's a cat, I'm not gonna put her in the F tier, but E tier, I'm sorry. That's where she belongs. Pier. A removed character who's kind of popular, but I'm kind of meh on. I think he belongs in the C tier. He has that sort of interesting kind of clown/mime vibe about him, but since we haven't really seen him and got to know him, he doesn't really do anything for me. Kabuki. Kabuki's a really cool character. Not one of my all-time favorites, so I will be honest. I think Kabuki does belong in the B tier with Mitzi and Olivia. Really cool character, but not one of the top ones for me personally. Catie's mum. I'm sorry, she's got to go in the E tier. One of the most forgettable characters in the entire series. One of, the least useful characters. Catie, there's a purpose there, and she's really great. Catie doesn't even need her mum. Her mum was literally removed from New Leaf, and she's not come back since. I'm sure Catie will come back, but I doubt the mum ever will. She's just kind of a forgotten relic of time. She's not ugly or anything, there's nothing wrong with her. She's just a very bland character, and I don't think it'd be fair to put her high on this list, or even medium on this list, compared to all the other characters who really do shine. Okay, we have Kitty here, a character that I've never really experienced much. I can honestly say I don't really have many feelings about her. I think I'm going to put her in this... this is a tricky one. I think I'm probably going to put her in the D tier. She's not a bad character, she really isn't. But I'm just not huge on her design. I think she's kind of forgettable compared to the other characters, so that's where she belongs for me. Mary is an incredibly cute character. It's really tricky for me because Mary, to me, is the most similar to Felicity in terms of color design, hair design, but I think Felicity's a little bit cuter. I'm gonna have to put Mary in the B tier. I know some of you guys really love Mary, and I do like her a lot. I want to make that clear. But for me personally, I'm just not that huge on her. I think she's pretty cool. That's why she belongs with these other guys, but I probably wouldn't have her on my island myself. Mo, I think I'm going to put him in the C tier. I think he's right at home in the C tier with these kind of more... Mo isn't exactly bland. He's definitely got a personality about him, but it's just not the kind of personality I really enjoy. I don't know. I'm sorry. Punchy, really great character. I think he belongs in the A tier. He's not Bob level for me. He's never going to be the lazy cat for me, but I do really like him. Pearl. Oh, this one's hard for me because she's a calico cat. I have my own calico cat and I love her so much. But Pearl is very strangely designed. Look at her eyes. And I don't know, I'm just not a fan of her design. Again, I think this is another sort of C tier character. Not bad, but kind of bland, and just not really one of my favorites. Raymond, I love Raymond. I'm sorry guys, I know so many people come out here to insult Raymond. It's actually crazy. Every time I mention Raymond, I get comments about him, about how he sucks and stuff. I don't even know how he can be called overrated anymore when so many people actually seem to dislike him, you know, and they're so vocal about it. But for me, I really like Raymond. I don't care how popular he is, I don't care how expensive he is, I don't care about any of that. I just really love Raymond. I love his design. I love that he's the first smug cat. The grey colour scheme with like his sort of white / blonde hair, his glasses, accessories. He's a really great character. He easily belongs in the S tier for me, and he's lived on my island pretty much since the start. Rosie, you guys might remember that I hunted for Rosie live on stream well, not that long ago actually, and I managed to get her finally from a friend, which was really nice. I've always loved Rosie. I have really old videos with her in it on my channel from a long while ago. Rosie is really, really great, and she's absolutely one of my favorites. Definitely belongs in the S tier, and definitely the best of the peppy cats. Next we have Tom. Tom and Mo are like two peas in a pod. It's almost like Tom is his dad or his older brother. And I actually do think Tom has a better design. This is kind of what Mo wanted to be in a way. Mo's design is just a bit too out there, a bit too quirky, and not in the good sense. Again, I don't really rip on Mo because I don't think he's a bad character. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put him in the B tier. I don't really think he's like one of my absolute favorites enough to belong in the A tier, but I do definitely think he is B tier material. Finally, one of the probably most forgotten characters, we have Feline, who only really appeared in the New Leaf update. I actually really like Feline. Feline has a nice simple design. Of course, it is based on the Monster Hunter series, and it's just a cute cat, you know. It's a good one. I really do actually like it. Feline is definitely one of the better cats in the game, and quite a good designed character, and also the items they provide are also really great. So I'm going to put them in the A tier, definitely one of my favorites, and this makes my final ranking. Now, I know some of you guys, like I said earlier, probably won't like some of these choices. You may think I may have been too harsh with some characters. I really tried my best to be fair with everyone, but I have to go by my own personal taste. I'm just really not huge on characters like Tabby, and the ones in the D tier, but again, it doesn't mean I hate them. It just means the ones in the D and the E tier are the kind of characters that I just don't really like their design. You know, I have nothing personally against them. The characters from S to C, I actually like, and especially for S and A, I really, really like. So these are my favorites, in my personal favorites. These are the characters that I really love. Some of these characters, especially in the S tier, make up some of my favorite characters in the entire game. I really, really enjoy them. So I hope you guys enjoyed checking out this list with me. I'd love for you guys to comment down below which cat is your favorite in Animal Crossing. Maybe give me even a top 5 of your favorite cats. I would love to hear that. Or do your own rankings in the comment section too. That would be really great. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to show your support, and I'll catch you for the next video.